Hi friends, I'm K Prakash. Today we are going to discuss about the factors affecting the solar cell efficiency. So before going to the topic, let us have some small discussion about the energy sources and the issues. So here let us see the energy sources are mainly classified as renewable energy and non-renewable energy. So the fossil fuels like oil, coal are the major source of non-renewable energy resources, and these non-renewable energy resources are exhaustible and are producing pollution nowadays, and it is affecting the ozone layer. So because of this, the view has been turned over to the renewable energy sources, as the renewable energy sources is free of cost, available, abundant in nature, and it is eco-friendly. So there are more, many renewable energy sources like solar, wind, hydro, bioenergy. In this, the solar energy is playing a very important role. So here in this solar energy, solar photovoltaic is a method by which the sunlight is directly converted into electricity. So this process made by with the help of the solar cells. The solar cells are mainly made of silicon. So these solar cells are clubbed together. It is made into a module and array, and then these according to our output power, the number of solar cells are can be number of units can be increased, and this solar photovoltaics nowadays is playing a very important role. So in our street lights, we are fixing the solar panels, and then in our houses we are putting these solar panels on the rooftops, and nowadays in the educational institutions also, in the rooftops and in the parking areas, these solar panels are placed. So now let us discuss the factors affecting the solar panel efficiency. So once I visited the Mass Solar Systems Private Limited at Malumchimbati, and I have inferred there many factors, and I have gone through how the solar cells are manufactured, and then here from this picture we can see that here a solar cell is fixed on a lamp. So here from this we can see that if a part of the solar cell is covered fully with the shadow, and the other part is with the sunlight. So here what happens is the power production or the power output in the area in which the light energy falling will be more, and whereas in the shadow region it will be lesser. So this causes a big mismatch in the photovoltaic modules. So this affects the efficiency of the photovoltaic modules. So here the one of the factor considered is temperature. So here the electrons, here the speed at which the electrons travel in the electrical circuit is affected by the temperature. So the increase in the temperature increases the resistance, whereas in the decrease in the temperature will decrease the resistance. So when the temperature is decreased, what happens is the speed of the electron flow is affected. So here what happens is solar cells will be acting like an semiconductor, because silicon is a semiconductor material. When the temperature is increased, it is a good conductor, and whereas the temperature is reduced, it becomes a bad conductor. So here So the band gap of the semiconductor material is reduced with an increase in the temperature. So when the temperature increase, the band gap is reduced. So most of the parameters of semiconductor materials are affected by the increase in temperature. So by increasing the temperature of a semiconductor material, the electrons in the material has their energy will be increasing. The electrons energy will be increasing. So that it breaks the bond, lower energy is needed. To break the bond, the lower energy is needed. So the reduction in the bond energy also reduces the band gap. Hence, the temperature increases the reducing the band gap. So this is how the temperature is playing a important role in photovoltaic and designing the solar PV systems. So because of this temperature difference, the open circuit voltage decreases with temperature. So the production or the power production efficiency of the solar panel will drops when the panel reaches that particular temperature. So another factor is that the solar direct radiation falling on the photovoltaic cells will be converted into electricity. So this temperature plays a important role, and here is the application of an solar photovoltaics. It can be placed on the roadside where these factors should be considered, and nowadays these solar photovoltaics are used for agriculture purpose and many household appliances and are in the rooftops. So on the dust particles which is applied on the surface of these solar photovoltaic cells also reduces the efficiency of these cells. So this has to be overcome. And also nowadays solar energy is obtained by floating solar photovoltaic panels and in places in remote areas and in satellites. There are major applications of solar energy in our day-to-day life. So in all these applications of solar energy, these factors are to be considered to get more efficiency. Thank you.